happening, you guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. We're out here on this fun little road, trying to kill some time. My girlfriend doesn't get off work until 1:30, so I got 30 minutes to kill. As always, it's your boy B Dizzle coming back at you here with another vloggy vlog. Trying to make the best of the situation. That is what they call quarantine. So I thought I'd give you all a fun little video talking about why I decided to choose the Drz400 Supermoto instead of any other bikes, the KTMs, the Husky, the Yamaha, and I was even thinking about getting a Honda, the 450 dual sport, and turning that into a Supermoto, considering they don't make a Supermoto version of that just yet, which I find that kind of dumb. I think that bike would really do good in that kind of a market. Dang, nothing. One time I've gotten away from a Harley dude. That's it. Let's see if this cat will do it. Oh, see, I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I chose the Suzuki. Ow! Fuck! I hope y'all heard that. That was a huge bee. Golly. Smacked me right in my dome. How rude. Well, it's probably dead now, so whatever. Anyway, why I chose this specific bike instead of all the other ones that I had options to choose from. Please stay, oh my god. This one, besides being in the price range, because they've made DRZs for, I don't know, 600 years or something like that, and they haven't changed anything about them, the price is relatively pretty good on these bikes compared to all the other ones, like the KTMs or Huskies and stuff like that. They're, for that type of a bike, I think it's kind of a how would you say, a big chunk of change, I guess, for what that type is. Don't get me wrong, if you guys have those bikes, they're beautiful bikes, I love them. The only thing I'm saying is I feel like for a dirt bike with street bike tires, paying 12 plus, 10 plus for a Supermoto just because it's licensed already for you, I feel it's like it's an overpriced motorcycle for that type. I'm not talking smack, not nothing, okay? Don't get offended. I'm just telling you why I chose this one right here, this specific bike. The price, it was a good deal, I thought, for it. It was $4,900 for a 2018 Drz400 Supermoto. 4,900 smacks, and it only had about 3,500 miles on it. It was a brand new bike. Now, I don't know if you guys have looked at brand new DRZs, but they're right there at that 10 grand range. They're 9 grand, 10 grand. It just depends on what dealer you're buying from or where you're buying it from, what state, all that junk. But here in Oregon, at those dealerships, a brand spanking new one, and you can't even get this configuration. I've never, me personally, besides in pictures here and there, I have never seen another Drz400 in this configuration, black with gold like this. Please, fucking A. I swear that guy was not gonna stop. In this configuration, I've never seen another one like this, so I feel like it's kind of rare. Could be totally wrong. Probably am totally wrong, but just telling. So this one already had a few things done to it as well. This had a jet kit, an airbox mod, you know, the 3x3 thing where you cut the top of it off. This has different suspension already. It has an LED kit, a fender eliminator kit, and it had a different exhaust, but for whatever reason the guy said I'm keeping it, so that kind of sucks. So it does have a stock exhaust still, but it's been modified and the baffles have been ripped out of it and all that good jazz. So this bike does kind of get up and go compared to a stock form DRZ. This actually does pretty dang good. You know, even though it doesn't have the full exhaust or whatever, but just with the jet kit alone and that mod and the little exhaust mod that I did, man, it actually made a pretty big difference in exhaust and power. I mean, this thing actually scoots pretty good now. I mean, it did before too, but it can actually get out of its own way, which is nice. You know, you don't feel like the bike's struggling, I guess you could say, to keep up with everything. Look, squirrels. So the price, we talked about the price. We talked about the mods that already came with the bike. Like I said, this thing was basically brand spanking new. For that price range was a really good deal. Everywhere else on Craigslist and Facebook Market and stuff like that, where people were selling their used ones, you know, they wanted about the same price, but the bike had 20,000 miles on it. It was beat to shit. People just ride the heck out of them and post them and go, oh yeah, it's never been raced or ridden. Like, get the heck out of here, you know. And you know, it's I don't know, I felt like this one here was such a good deal that I couldn't pass it up. I had to snatch it. And I think it was only on the market for like 2 days maybe before I went down to the lot and bought it. You know, I couldn't take, you know, pass it up. I don't know why. Apparently I can't talk either. And it was just, I don't know, man, I looked at some other bikes. Like I said, I've looked at all these other Supermotos and whatnot, but come on, I know you're giving me room, but there. I mean, it's not bad. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. Like I said, I saw it. It was sitting out there. They just washed it. I had to have it. I bought it at Motorsport Hillsboro in Oregon, and shout out to them. They made this process of buying this bike extremely easy and very fast. I mean, I was maybe in there, shoot, I don't even know, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at most, maybe. I mean, it was a fantastic experience. They made it very easy to buy, and I did most of my talking and everything online with the guys, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, if that sped up the process or not. But as soon as I got there, very nice to talk to, and they immediately brought me in, you know, as kind of like a family. Yes, I know they're there to sell you a bike, so they're supposed to make you feel that way, but it was just a real nice experience, which also made, you know, buying this bike a little bit funner, I guess you could say. A nicer experience, funner experience. You know, and like I said, it just made the whole deal more pleasurable. It made buying my so-called dream bike more of a reality. And I've always wanted a Supermoto, so it just made it a whole lot easier, I guess, to actually pull the trigger. But I knew it, man. As soon as I saw this bike, I knew it. I was buying this bike. As soon as I saw it, I was like, man, that thing is coming home with me. And it's crazy because I bought this thing, where is Hillsboro? Hillsboro to me, oh, I don't know. It's definitely more than 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Man, I wish I could go down there. It's such a cool view. It was maybe an hour away. And so I drove my 4Runner down there, and my girlfriend drove it back and helped me take everything back. Way to really familiarize yourself with a brand new motorcycle is to just get on it and then, you know, ride it for an hour, but when you've never even test ridden it or anything, you know. So that was kind of nerve-wracking, just because I know this bike is it can do the freeways, but it's a little you know, do I really want to take the freeway with it? But it did it, no problem. But it was just a little nerve-wracking, just because, like I said, I've never test ridden it, I've never any of it. So I just immediately, where the dealership is, you take the first right out of the parking lot, go down a block, and then boom, you're right onto the freeway. So, and you're right on the freeway in downtown Portland, basically, you know, or at least downtown Hillsboro and then downtown Portland. So you're kind of right in the middle of all this traffic just immediately. And it also didn't help either that it was like 9 o'clock at night and it was raining and stuff. So it was a pretty interesting buying experience. Just dig it. I just dig it. There's something about this bike. Like I said, I've got 2 other bikes, but something about this one just makes you want to ride all the time, all the damn time for me, you know. And for you guys, it might be your R1, or it might be your Harley, or whatever. But for me, it's this one, man. This thing is my baby. I absolutely love this bike. Anyway, guys, on that note, I do think I'm going to let y'all go. I hope everyone has a good day. Peace out. I'll see you later.